She's determined to remain financially disciplined and to make sure she is never too hard pressed when it comes to money. Ramzan Karmali, BBC News.
Now, 7 million people could be in line for hundreds of pounds in compensation for being missold credit card and identity theft protection. 13 banks and credit card firms have agreed to provide up to £1.3 billion towards a new compensation scheme. It will reimburse customers missold the products by the insurer CPP. The Financial Conduct Authority, or the FSA, said that customers had been given misleading and unclear information about the policies. Customers could expect to receive letters from next week explaining how to claim their compensation. 6 high street furniture and carpet retailers have been accused of misleading their customers with fake prices. The Office of Fair Trading said the stores had all advertised price cuts which were not genuine. In particular, they advertised reductions from previously higher prices, which tricked customers into thinking they were getting a bargain. Well, Carpetright and the SCS chain are among the 6 being investigated. And men receive bonuses more than twice as large as those given to female colleagues in identical jobs. It means that men earn over £140,000 more than women over the course of a working lifetime. The figures from the Chartered Management Institute reveal that men in management roles earned average bonuses of £6,442 last year, compared with £3,029 for women. And 8 months after the government launched its flagship Green Deal scheme, only 132 people have signed up to it. Under the scheme, householders can borrow money to install double glazing insulation and more efficient boilers. The savings they make on their energy bills should outweigh the cost of repayments. If a house or flat is subsequently sold, the loan transfers to the new owner. Well, in March, the Minister for Energy and Climate Change, Greg Barker, said he expected 10,000 people to be signed up by the end of 2013. Now, local councils are using bailiffs more and more to collect debts such as tax arrears and parking tickets. In fact, they've been used almost 2 million times last year. That's according to figures obtained by the Money Advice Trust. So if you owe money and they come knocking at your door, what are your rights? Well, let's talk now to Mike Dixon, the Assistant Chief Executive at the Citizens Advice. He's in our Cambridge studio for us. Mike, good to talk to you this morning. I've just been saying that councils using bailiffs more and more, but for what sort of debts are we talking about here? Even the odd parking fine?
Well, this is for parking fines, it's for council tax arrears, it's for pretty much anything. We're finding that lots of people that come to Citizens Advice have had an issue with bailiffs recently. So it's in no one's best interest for this to be happening, and it's very sad that councils seem to, in some cases, be moving towards using them much too quickly.
Let's say you are unlucky enough to have a bailiff come knocking at your door. What are your rights? Do you have to let them in? Will you be arrested if you don't?
No, you absolutely won't. The sad thing here is the legislation around bailiffs is actually extremely complicated. So different bailiffs have different rights depending on what the debt is. The basic rule of thumb, though, is you don't have to let them in. You can just be really polite when they come. They are people too. And tell them that you will negotiate with the person to whom you owe money. That's what people want out of this situation. The council or the creditor wants their money back, and if you're prepared to enter into a decent repayment plan with them, you can always negotiate a solution rather than having bailiffs come back and back. If that's something you're having a problem doing, then Citizens Advice is here to offer free advice on debt and other issues, and we can help you negotiate with your creditors to get you out of that situation.
And if you dispute the debt that they're chasing, what can you do about it? Who should you go and talk to?
Well, Citizens Advice is always a good port of call. One of the problems we're really seeing with bailiffs is this is a very, very unregulated industry, and lots of bailiffs are putting on kind of spurious charges, charging a lot of money for call-outs, for administration, and those sorts of things, which take what can start off as quite a small debt into something that is much, much harder to repay. And we want the government to take much stronger action against the bailiff industry to stamp out that kind of rogue behaviour.
OK, Mike, thanks for talking us through this issue this morning. Mike Dixon there from Citizens Advice.
Thank you.
Well, that's all from Your Money for this week. As I was saying, Declan's back in the helm next Saturday. Don't forget the Your Money pages on the BBC's business website. It's bbc.co.uk/business. Click on the words Your Money. They're near the top of the page. You can also get updates by following our feed on Twitter. We're at BBC Your Money. And we're back next week, of course. Bye for now.